Hey everybody, EverlongMystic here, and last night I got this cool deck waiting for me. It was on my porch, and it's the Stranger Things tarot deck. Now, I pre-ordered this a while back, and when I ordered it, it was an impulse buy, and there was no description whatsoever as to what the deck was like. I don't know. I wasn't even sure who made the deck, but let's find out. It says written by Casey Gilly, illustrations by Sandor Zalay, something like that. Okay. And it is based on the Netflix show Stranger Things. And we're just gonna take a look inside. I guess this says Insight Editions. So it's a pretty decent box. It's pretty sturdy. It's a good sign. But honestly, like I don't know if it is like gonna be super awesome or if it's going to be some hot garbage in a pretty box. So we'll see. I have definitely bought decks before that were garbage in a pretty box, but I'm no stranger to those things. All right, so it comes with a guidebook. Kind of cool. There we go. Comes with the guidebook. So let's see. I'm curious as to what the suits are. Let's just see if we can go to the suits. Wow, we have, oh, that's weird. Okay. So as far as the suits go, there are spokes. So we have spokes, and it's like written in the corner right here. Spokes, dice, scoops, and strands. All right. All right, it says strands is connected to the element of fire, so strands are wands. All right, so strands are wands. Okay. It says scoops are pentacles. So a scoop is a pentacle. Okay, material aspects. Dice is swords. And spokes are cups. I'm not getting the correlation of spokes and cups. You would think a spoke would be a sword, right? All right, that's okay. All right, cool. So we might look in the book and see if we want to get a description, maybe with the majors. So let's just take a look. All right. It does have one of the ribbons, to help you lift out the deck, but I like dumping out my decks. All right, I guess we could put this. That won't fit. I'll just leave it there. All right, so Stranger Things. Here is the back of the card, kind of Halloween-y. All right, so we have the Fool here. So it kind of looks like a photograph, and the edges of the cards, they look like they're kind of frayed, but they're actually not. So these are artist renderings here. And this is little Will, I think. I think this is little Will. He's the Fool. The Magician. Oh, is that Bob? It's Bob. He's got his games. Bob has his games. Bob is the Magician. All right. Oh, you know what? I should have time-stamped the majors. We'll say 4 minutes. And then, of course, the High Priestess is 11. All right. And the Empress, sweet. Winona Ryder. Oh, God, I forget her name. Joyce? Is it Joyce? This is actually pretty cool because the Empress is normally, she looks more like a Queen of Wands or something here. The Empress is usually like that whole nurturing, nurturing and loving. And no, she's, the character is very loving, but she looks, little kind of badass right here. All right. Oh, cool. Hopper. Hopper is the Emperor. Sweet. Okay, so Hopper is the Emperor, like that. And Hierophant. it's it's Murray with corn dogs. Yay! It's Murray with corn dogs. Sweet. Okay, I kind of like that. All right, the lovers. Aw. Well, there's some sweetness right there. Penelope, what is up? Hey, Penelope, how are you? I thought I'd sneak in really early and while everyone is still sleeping. So, Penelope, you came in on the lovers card. Woo! I'm just unboxing the Stranger Things deck to see if I like it or not, or to like give if someone was thinking about buying it to see what they're in for. Well, we haven't we didn't get to the devil card yet. Maybe your Penelope, maybe your hot Hades will show up. We never know. Oh, cool. So Hopper's vehicle is the chariot. Takes him to great places here. Strength. Oh, sweet. Look. They have Max. Max is the strength card, and that girl has a lot of strength. That's for sure. That's for sure. And isn't she the one that had her character had made that Kate Bush song super popular? Is it official merch? I don't know. But for those of you that do collect Stranger things, this could be an excellent addition to your collection. Oh, you've never seen Stranger Things? All right. Oh, sweet. Okay, perfect for Hermit. I judge a deck by the Hermit card just because I'm a Virgo. But we have we have 11 or L floating in the water, and this is what she does when she's connecting to the realms and stuff. So that's really sweet for the Hermit. And I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of, connecting to realms reminds me of High Priestess, but I mean she's also the High Priestess. I mean, this seems a little more actiony. Like, yeah, I'm totally already connected. Like the Hermit is connecting, and she's like, yeah, I'm there. The Wheel of Fortune is a waffle. Ego. So we have the Ego Wheel of Fortune, and it has little pictures. I don't know if the pictures are made of syrup, but it's all of the characters. Like I think it's kind of telling me that like everyone has a turn. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their moment. Hey Prudence, how are you? All right. So Justice. Okay, it's the big sister. I forgot her name. I forgot her character name. It's been a while since I watched. Nancy. It's Nancy. Here we go. And she's like in her whole like Scooby-Doo newspaper, school newspaper mode here. She's gonna get the answer. Oh wow, okay. So we have Will again, and this is the hangman. Will is the hangman, and this is him, probably in the upside down here. And it's not, I mean, to me, like if I were reading with this card, I would definitely not read this card as a traditional hangman because it feels, I mean, on one hand, yeah, the upside down is a totally new perspective on something, but this feels definitely different if I were to be reading it in a reading. But we're not reading them, we're just showing them right now. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So, oh, death. This is kind of funny. So, this is the death card, and I forget what the character name is, but basically, in this scene, yeah, there's no escaping it. She's going down. So, spoiler alert. But yeah, so there's no escaping this ending is what I would probably get from like if I was reading this card. It's like, come on in, the water's fine. Not really. Oh, Mike is temperance. Check it out. So this really feels like keeping your wits about you here, because Mike has to make a lot of decisions. It's like he has to battle with his own stuff, but he has, he feels like he's got like some kind of responsibility to help others. So it really is kind of there is some kind of like balancy, temperancy stuff going on here. The devil. Oh, interesting. Sorry, Penelope. No hot Hades here. The devil card. These look like. Gosh, these look. I mean, they kind of look like zombies, but like when I first saw the card, just the shadowy part here, the figures, it kind of reminded me of like the people that like the hospital staff that were kind of mean to Elle or kidnapped the kids and they did things to them, and it's like getting like getting carried away with things and taking things where they don't necessarily need to go, that kind of thing. Ooh, the tower. Check it out. Check out the tower. That does look like a frightening tower. I don't know that I would wish for this tower moment. Because we've got like this, it's like there's although this just this busting up from the ground here, that it does kind of speak of a breakthrough moment, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like a painful breakthrough, if that makes sense. It's not a snake, it's like one of those tentacles of that thing from the upside down. Oh, the star. Is that Lucas? Look, the star. So I'm not really. I don't know if this is. I mean, the star normally in tarot is like about that whole like healing and hopes and wishes and dreams. And I feel like I'm getting more the feeling in this card that of like really, really, really. It's like not just dreaming about it, but going after it. This feels like going after your dreams here. Oh, cool. So the moon is Punk Rock 11. That's really cool. Where she kind of comes into her power and gets a little. I mean, I want to say a little bit aggressive with what she's doing here, but this is a really cool card. I like that moon because it accentuates the power. It accentuates the power of the moon here. I like it. The moon is big. Actually, if she wasn't standing there, I would expect that whole ET bicycle to be like going across the moon right here. Oh, sweet. Dustin is the sun. Aw. Okay, everyone get your awls out. It's Dustin. He's the sun. And he is a sweetie pie. That's so cool. I like that. Any Dustin fans, this is the perfect card for the sun. If your favorite character, if this is your favorite character, you'll be really happy to see that he's the sun. Judgment. Oh, is that Billy? Man. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna have to sit there. It almost feels like this is like he's sitting there in a self-review kind of way. Like like that limbo thing where like you kind of like you take a break in limbo and you're like sitting there and like you're seeing your all your actions and deeds fly past you, like this is what you did, this is how you affected people, this is blah. This feels like life review here. Oh, the world. So honestly, I don't know what scene this is. Whose hand is that? Is that Hopper's hand? Hold on, I'm gonna check the book. Let's look. The world. Yeah. It says the world has arrived and welcomes you to look back and celebrate how far you've come. Hopper and Eleven. Okay, it is. Hopper and Eleven navigate a rough path, and in the end, they become family, forging an unbreakable bond. You are reaching the end of a journey, reflecting on everything you've learned with a new sense of wholeness. Enjoy it. You've earned it. Aw, that's kind of sweet. Cool. So that's the major arcana. And now we're just gonna take a look at some of the suit cards. I'm not gonna go through all of them because I have to get ready for work. But those are the majors. All right. Let's do the suits because the suits were kind of confusing me. So suits we'll do at 1859. Suits 1859. All right, so let's get the spokes. All right, so we have the spokes, and the spokes are supposed to be the cups. So there is a clue to that right here, like on the ace of spokes, you see like a bike wheel, but you see there's a heart right there. So it's the wheel of love. So two of spokes, so it's like it's not a tandem bike, but it's like being really close, like if you're piggybacking on a bike. Three of spokes, four of spokes. Ha! Okay, so we have 5 of spokes, so that would be what, 5 of cups where you're not feeling too hot, right? And, it's having 2 flat tires, so that's a nice ode to the 5 of cups. 7 of cups. So 7 of cups in tarot is when there are all of those, like, there's, like, cloud in the air, and it's, like, all these decisions or choices or confusion, and it's just, like, kind of a it's like a cotton candy bike wheel in the sky. 10 of spokes. So 10 of spokes is like the 10 of cups. That's that like woohoo, that whole like total fulfillment, happy, So we've got some kind of Tony Hawk moment going on here. Although I don't think Tony Hawk is in Stranger Things. All right, so the court cards we have Will's brother. I think it's John or Jonathan as the page. And it's Steve. Finally, Steve makes an appearance. Wait a minute. How come Steve is not in the majors? Steve is not in the majors. Wait a minute. All right. So Steve is, well, maybe he's a court card because Steve's a player. I don't know. So we have Knight of Spokes. So Knight of Cups is Steve. Hey, wild child. All right. So the King of Spokes is Will. And the Queen of Spokes. Okay. So the Queen of Spokes is 11, and the scene where she's flipping, is that a police vehicle? This is really, I mean, she's using a lot of emotions here because I want to say that her emotions can, like totally enhance her powers, right? So this is like using, and this is kind of like when she rediscovers her powers. So I can see how that makes sense. So let's look at strands. So strands are supposed to be wands. Strands are supposed to be wands. So let's get the strands out here. Okay. All right, so the Ace of Strands. So those are those Christmas lights. Those Christmas lights that they use to kind of, I thought it was so cool how they use them to communicate to the upside down. 2 of strands, well, it's just 2 lights, so this seems like kind of like Pip style. That's weird, because some of the cards don't feel Pip style, but these kind of feel Pip style. Yeah, because the 3 of strands is just 3 lights. Huh, okay. I am up early. I usually get up pretty early, Chini. I don't stay up very late. I usually because I have to upload my videos early in the morning before I do work. Okay, so 4 of strands, that's kind of cool. Like the 4 of wands, like that homecoming, and it's like their home door. That's kind of cool. 5 of strands, light bulb, 6 of strands. Just figuring something out, going somewhere. 7 of strands. This is them kind of exploring the upside down. 8 of strands. I don't know. This doesn't seem to correspond really with the Rider-Waite meanings. Ooh, the 9 of strands. So this is our first peek at, what is it, a Demogorgon? This is our first peek at a Demogorgon, and it's the 9 of strands. Huh. So I'd be curious to see how what would come out around this in a reading if you were going to use this deck to do a reading with. So Ten of Strands, I kind of like this because Ten of Strands, Ten of Wands is like that just overwhelming burden, but badass mom here is figuring it out. She's figuring it out how to communicate. She's overcoming the burden, which I really like that. Oh, cute. So we have the Page of Strands. Oh, cool. The Knight of Strands is the pizza dude. I forget his name. I don't even know if I ever heard him being called by his name in the show. But it's the cool, quirky pizza dude. King of Strands. And Nancy's the Queen of Strands. Very cool. She's made lots of appearances too. All right, scoops. Let's do scoops. So scoops is Pentacles. Oh, bye Penelope. Thanks for popping in. All right, so we have so scoops are ice cream. All right, we'll go with that. So these are supposed to be the coins, the pentacles, material things. Yeah, it's it's the Stranger Things deck. So I thought I'd unbox it, Janie, to see if people to help, I don't know, just to help anyone who was curious about it, or if someone they weren't sure if they wanted to buy it. Because when I bought it, I pre-ordered it just on a chance, and I wasn't sure what was in it because there was like no description whatsoever. I didn't know if it was going to be. I don't know what it was going to be. So we're finding out. I just got it last night. All right, so Two of Scoops. Well, that's similar to the Two of Pentacles because you see how it's balancing the two cones on the fingers. That's kind of tricky, kind of like juggling with the Two of Pentacles. Three of Scoops is a Sunday. Four of Scoops. So if I were to Four of Scoops, that's like getting a whole gallon of ice cream and saving it for yourself and not sharing. That's kind of funny. Oh, the Five of Scoops is your cone breaking. Like, oh no, I'm gonna lose all my ice cream. All right, Six of Scoops, sharing your scoops. Okay. Seven of Scoops. I don't know. I don't know how this jives. I don't know how this jives. Because it just looks like one ginormous ice cream cone. But how is that Seven of Pentacles? I mean, like, I guess maybe not paying attention to how many scoops you're putting on your cone. I don't know. Eight of Scoops seems very similar to the Six of Scoops. Nine of Scoops. Now this is abundance here. That's a lot of ice cream cones. All right. 10 of Scoops. It's Steve again. 10 of Scoops. Having someone to share your ice cream with. Isn't that sweet? Okay. And then Page of Scoops. She's like, excuse me, I like ice cream. The Knight of Scoops. The Knight of Scoops. Now I forget her name. I forget her name in the show, but I was totally surprised. I didn't even realize, but that she was the actress that plays her is the daughter of Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke. I was like, oh, that's who she is. All right. King of Scoops is Steve again. Okay, so Steve's a little scoopy. And then, oh, Queen of Scoops. Okay, so Queen of Scoops is she's some kind of temptress here. Isn't that the someone's mom who tried to tempt the Max's brother? I think so. All right, so let's go to dice. I think that's the last, yeah, the last suit. Yeah, being greedy about your options. You know what, Prudence? That could be me with tarot decks. I'd be greedy. I'd be greedy with the tarot decks. I like variety. All right, I need a sip of coffee. So it's a D&D dice, the Ace of Dice. Now, there's definitely more possibilities with this than regular dice, you know? There is a mystical component. I kind of like this. And this would be the suit of like swords. I like that. So 2 of dice. I guess these are just figures on a quest. Oh, 3 of dice. Oh. So it's like it's a little headstone. So this would be like the 3 of swords. So that, I mean, the headstone kind of makes a little bit of sense. I mean, feelings wise, but this is, I don't know, we'll see where it goes. So 4 of dice is a little tent. So I guess that could be like a refuge, right? Like when you're resting after the 3 of swords, your refuge in this little tent here. Ooh, 5 of dice. We have a lot of weapons. We have a lot of weapons here. And I don't know. I don't think these white marks here are supposed to be on the card. I don't know if it came off on the card before or after it, but I don't know. This might be like a printing mistake here, a printing error, something like that. But yeah, it's just like an arsenal. The 5 of swords. Because that's 5 of swords. What is that? I can't picture 5 of swords in my head right now. Yeah, they did look like little D&D figurines. Pick your weapon. Oh, 5 of swords. Yeah, that's like where there's a sore winner. Sore winner. I do know in the show that they do play this, and I mean they really get on each other about like who's the master, you know, that kind of thing. All right, 6 of dice. I kind of like this. It's like this little forest scene, and it says, "Here there be monsters." Okay, so 7 of dice. We have a excuse me. We have a treasure chest. My nose is itchy. All right, 8 of dice. All right, so 9 and 10 of dice look very similar. So here's 9, and here's 10. They look very similar. I don't know the difference. I would probably look in the book and see what their explanations are. Because one thing about the book that I did notice is that just by looking up the world, is that they do talk about the scenes in the movies. So even if you haven't seen the movie, it gives an example of the scene and tells you what it means. So that's something. Oh, here's Will again. So Will shows up a lot in this deck. Will is the page of dice. And that makes sense too, because he's like really he's always trying to get people to play the game with him, right? Ooh, the knight of dice is I don't even know her name, but she is I think she's in this last season that just happened. Like, was she the cheerleader person? Oh, cool. Look at the king of dice. No way. Okay, look at the king of dice. So it's that guy that I don't know, was his name Victor or something? Like he's played by Robert Englund, the guy that did the Freddy Krueger movies. And he was also in that series a long time ago called V. But he's the king of dice. And there's a lot of mental stuff going on with him. It's like he's mentally trapped because of his experience with Vecna. Very cool. Oh, awesome. Queen of Dice is Max, and it's all like Max zazzled out. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so this is the Stranger Things tarot deck, and so now I think I showed pretty much all the cards. So I kind of want to see what else they have in the book besides. All right, so they go through the major arcana and they explain the suits. They go through the suits, but is there anything at the end of the book? Let's see. All right, so they do have some spreads in the back of the book. They do have some spreads. So they have the new in town, the new in town spread. They have a Curiosity Voyage spread, and oh, cool! Out of that cave. So this is the Virgo spread for all the hermits. Get out of that cave spread, and ooh, and there's a Power Surge spread. So that's pretty cool that they offer a bunch of spreads in here. That's kind of cool. All right, well, this is the Stranger Things tarot deck. If you were at all curious what it looked like, what it was about, I can tell you the card stock is decent. It's thick enough, but it's not too thick. But I did not do a shuffle test. We're gonna do a quick shuffle test just to see if it's a deck that is good for pop outs or not. Bye, Jenny. See you later. Bye, Prudence. All right, we'll just do a shuffle test to see how it shuffles. It is kind of a handful, I want to say. And it has it's a matte finish. There's no sticky gloss on it. But the cards don't necessarily smooth slide together if that's if that makes it or breaks it for you. All right, let's see. Do we get pop outs, or is this not a good pop out deck? Kind of feels it kind of feels similar to shuffling the Light Seers, if any of you have that deck. Yeah, I'm not getting any pop outs here, but it's not hard to shuffle. All right, we'll just do the top card. The bottom card. cool. This is like figuring out where we're going, figuring out where you're going. So there's a little message for all of us. We need to figure out where we're going. It's like your own personal scoop. Scooby-Doo yourself. That's what we need to do, Scooby-Doo ourselves. All right. Stranger Things deck, thanks for being here. And hopefully you have a decision if you're interested in this deck or not. And I will see y'all later.